Hi, this is Pastor Mike at St. John's, and I have another update. And I'm probably going to be doing this every few days because this is an evolving situation in our world, in our community, and here at St. John's. And we want to keep you informed so you know what's going on and so you can be involved as you're able. Now, you might have already heard that the school is closed for at least the next couple of weeks, and then we'll reevaluate and decide where to go from there. Teachers are meeting right now, trying to figure out how to keep education going for our students and how to best administer to our St. John's school community. So please keep them in your prayers, along with all the families, along with all the teachers in our community and all the families that are trying to figure out life with school closed. Now, I want to announce that we are discontinuing in-person worship for the time being. The new CDC guidelines are calling for all gatherings of more than 50 people to be discontinued. This doesn't mean we're stopping worship. Worship is too vital, and worship can happen in other ways. It just means that we need to do it in a different way, and I'll talk about that in a minute. We're also canceling the Bible studies that meet on campus Wednesday morning, Saturday morning, Thursday afternoon, large print ministry. Because you see, it's really important that we take seriously the calls for maintaining social distance and avoiding close contact. This is not just for the vulnerable people to do. This is needed for all of us, because even those with no symptoms can pass along this disease. And it puts us in this strange position that the best way to show love for our neighbor is to keep physically away from them. And no, that is not normal, but these are not normal times. Life will go back to normal, and we will resume shaking hands and hugging and everything else. But right now, we need to be diligent in a different direction and conscientious about this. There was a quote shared with me yesterday that makes a really good point. The quote's this: "In the end, it will be impossible to know if we overreacted or did too much, but it will be quite apparent if we underreacted or did too little." So we're taking these steps not so much out of personal fear, because fear is always the enemy, but out of love for our neighbor and love for our community. It says, I preached yesterday about this, and the sermon is available on the website and the YouTube channel and the Facebook page. We are called to be servants and to put the needs of others before our own needs, let alone our own preferences. So those of you who have impaired immune systems, I'll say it again, respiratory issues, or even if you've just been ill lately, please, I beg you, stay home and limit your exposure to other people. Those of you who aren't showing any symptoms, please be mindful that you may be a carrier. Let's love one another. You know, we talked about this verse yesterday, Philippians 2, 3-5. "Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, consider others above yourselves, not looking to your own interests, but each of you to the interests of others. In your relationships with one another, have the same mindset as Christ Jesus." And then Paul went on to describe Jesus serving by laying down his life. Now, back to what's going on at St. John's. What is going on at St. John's? Well, I want to say first, if you don't already subscribe to the e-Vine, please do so you can stay informed. It will be really important now because that's how we're going to send out information on virtual meetings, live streaming worship, and so forth. There's going to be an important e-update or e-Vine coming out today, for instance, at 5 o'clock, and probably for each of the next several days. The information will also be on the website under the News tab. So what are we doing? Well, live streaming of worship will start this Sunday, God willing, and provided we get all the glitches worked out. We've been working on this a while at a too relaxed pace because it didn't seem urgent. And yes, I am kicking myself now. But it looks really good that we'll be up and running by Sunday. So watch the website and the e-Vine for info on times and how to connect. Now, it may not be completely ready to go for the Wednesday night Lent service, but we will have something live at 7 o'clock on Wednesday night. Watch for an announcement tomorrow about that. Another thing is it's so important to be in the Word. I am restarting the Abide Daily Devotion. This will be a daily devotion that I write, and it goes out on the website, and if you subscribe to it, you get it in your email. First one went out today. And I'm just going to be going through the Psalms and seeking comfort and wisdom and God's grace through this incredible collection of songs. Now, whether you use this Abide devotion or not, it's important to be in the Word, something substantial in the Word daily. Small group. I'm going to be starting a virtual small group a week from tomorrow, next Tuesday. We'll be using the Zoom platform for this. If you want to be involved, let me know. And if you have an interest in starting your own virtual small group, let me know as well. I can help you get going on that. Caring for one another. Care team. We're trying to reach out to all the St. John's community, especially those we haven't heard from who may be vulnerable, to see how they're doing, to see if there are needs, physical, spiritual, prayer needs. So we're forming a care team to make those calls and contacts. This has already started. Now, if you want to be part of this, because we can use the help, and help love your neighbor at St. John's, let me know. Someone told me that Rick Warren, in his message yesterday, in encouraging such care, said that you are either someone in need of help or someone who can provide help. Which are you? There's wisdom in those words, reflecting the servanthood to which we are called. This is a whole new world, and we can be depressed and scared, panicked and paralyzed, or we can trust that Jesus is out ahead of this, already at work, and inviting us to engage and explore in new and different ways of being the church at this time. It is not life as normal, but it's still life in the Spirit, and Jesus is still Lord. And because so much of this is so different and so new, there is new stuff coming out all the time and new ways to serve and be the people of God. I can't keep up with it all, and I certainly don't have a corner on the market of good ideas. If you hear something another church or ministry is doing, see something online that can be a blessing to all of us here as we seek to be the people of God, would you please share it? And if it is some way to care for people, to show love and maintain our connection with one another, don't wait for me or the church for permission. Go for it. Let the Spirit lead you, because He is leading. We're all reeling from the changes and the uncertainty, but God is not reeling. He's got this. Stay close to Him and love and serve as He loves and serves all. God bless.